All Russ here, RVerTV. Welcome. Check it out. This is US 95. We're heading north. We're almost up to the town of Needles, California. And we're on the official Old Trails Road, Route 66. Needles is right on the Arizona-California border. Actually, I'm heading up into Nevada. We're going to go up to Laughlin, check out a campsite up there. Left Quartzsite this morning. Figured this would be a fun route to take. There's a museum here. I'm going to stop, see if it's open. Hard to believe it's December. Christmas is right around the corner. Unbelievable. Right there's the old covered wagon. It says Needles, California. You see pictures of that all the time. Blue skies. Temps will be in about the mid-60s today here, so not bad. Alright, museum should be right up here. We'll stop and check her out. Some of the buildings have murals on them. This is an old railroad town. A lot of farming, a lot of agriculture just to the north of Needles here. Got the Colorado River runs straight through here. There's the old movie theater. And museum should be about a block to the right, if I remember right. Yep, there's the sign for it. That's an old Harvey House hotel there right along the railroad tracks. Make a right here and let me get parked. And there's their big mural for it. Isn't that gorgeous, man? That is colorful. Massive painting on a building. It's actually almost warm. I know the rest of the country right now is frozen. I got friends back east. They said it's like 2 below zero. Heck no. Old Cannon. It looks like businesses are back in that hotel now. They should have info on it in the museum. Alright, it says we're open. Needles Regional Museum. They should have some Route 66 stuff. Visit Spike. Okay. Go find Spike. Oh yeah, I forgot. This old building was a department store way back in the day. People would stay in the hotel and shop here. Millions of people drove through this town on the old Route 66. I never heard of Spike.
No, we get a lot of people now come in to see Spike, and they have the picture taken with them. And we also, because of Route 66, we get a lot of people following Route 66.
Yeah.
Last year we had people visitors from 22 different countries come through because of Route 66.
Yeah, and then the 100 years coming up.
Next year.
Yeah.
We already ran out. Play with the boats is because we used to do an annual boat race in these small outboards, and they would go all the way from Needles to Parker Dam and back, which meant they had to go across the lake. And it was all these boats were entered, and only these finished. And one was from New York City, and he finished, but he finished 7th in his class, though he didn't win anything. The prize was $3,500, which today is about. This kid had an app for that on his phone.
Yeah.
He looked it up. He said, "That's almost $40,000." I said, "No wonder they came from all over." They quit doing it in I think in 1970. You know, as the river got busier, bigger boats, they couldn't block it that far for them to go another little race. So it ended.
Well, it's not real big in here. Spike is Snoopy's other half. Charles Schultz created Spike as a character. Never knew. Probably most people did. I didn't. Wow, an old conductor's uniform. Red Rock Bridge. See, you got the railroad bridges across the Colorado. Now they turned it in natural gas pipelines run across. And back then, before the interstate, it was Highway 60 and 66 that crossed. That glass turns purple from the metal that's in it. I forget the metal. Once light hits it. Little baby's clothing there.
What are you interested in? Any particular thing? We have a lot of history here. We were really booming there for a while.
They work hard to keep this together in here. It's all through donation. Old picture there. There's some of the old signage from the old Route 66. Boatman, Topak. Another picture of the bridge.
The world's changing, so when I would go to his house, he had the phone where you had to.
There's some old signage. A little history of the trains that rolled through here, which was a lot of them. Old time erector set. Kids would have loved that at Christmas time. Way back. Uh-oh. Needles police. Used to cruise the route. Route 66. You can still drive. There's small chunks of it left that you can
And then
drive.
to think that there's cars that are driving themselves and stuff.
And the steam-powered boats used to float the Colorado. There's some dredges. Probably building the bridges, all that stuff. That's way back. That's a paddle wheel there. Now it's all history. Thank goodness they're saving this stuff in here, saving history. We have to. Quartzsite Museum has some of this history in it as well. Not as much on the Colorado, but they do have some of the boat history. And a nice picture of the bridge. Old-time phonograph. That's how you played your music. See, it's not real big. This is part of the old department store. Right next to it, there's a thrift shop, which helps support this museum. Very well thought out.
We have that display.
Then we have one of the bottles upside down because they would embed it right in the glass where it was spot.
Oh,
So
and
when
needles.
I have it upside down, it says needles.
I'm a desert rat, I guess.
Know what I look like.
Thank
All right. Well, thank you.
you. Appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
And I think that's the coolest picture.
What's the hours here? What
9 to 2.
Every day?
We're closed Sunday. That's it.
Sunday. Well, I almost missed this sign. It's the marker for the old route. Here you go. Here's your official Route 66 marker for Needles. Wow, them trees are old, aren't they? Very well done here. You think of Needles, you don't think of stuff like this. They even got green grass. It gets hot here. Brutal hot in the summer. One of the hottest places in the country is here. All right, here we go. Gonna truck up into Nevada, which basically I am skirting right along the Colorado River. There's a campground I want to check out right before we get into Laughlin. It's kind of the triangle of the 3 states: Arizona, California, and Nevada. All right, I'm gonna follow the old route till we get to the edge of town, then we're gonna truck north on, I believe it's Needles Highway. Miles wise, it's not very far. Laughlin's only, what, 20 miles away? Maybe a little farther. Backroads, small towns. Needles is definitely a small town. I was talking to that nice lady in the museum there, and Needles is all isolated by itself, kind of like Blythe. It's a long ways from any other town in California. All right, I think this bridge here will take us over the railroad tracks. Yep. That's gonna be a unique old RV in front of us. So most people here are more dependent on like going to Lake Havasu, Kingman, and Las Vegas, Bullhead City, in Laughlin. Instead of going into other California towns, you can consider this more Arizona than anything here. Yeah, that is an old-time RV, isn't it? For shopping and stuff, it's still California. You got to pay their fuel prices here. $5-6 a gallon for diesel. That's insane. You can see on the pavement it's still marked 66, so we're still part of the old road here. This would be the west end of town. All the hotels, motels are out this way. Here we're crossing back under I-10. Next year marks a 100-year centennial for old Route 66. A lot of these towns are planning events. See there in the buildings, more murals. It's amazing this road's been shut down for decades, but it's still memorialized. That old TV show. Look at that, there's a Red Roof Inn on Route 66. Say that 10 times in a row. Yeah, the heat here. If you watch weather channels and those type of things, they always list Needles and Death Valley, which isn't super far away from here, as the hottest places in the U.S. Okay, we're getting out of town. We're gonna actually cross over I-10 here, and we're gonna start trucking north. This is called Needles Highway up here, but it'll take us up towards Laughlin. Now, if you wanted to stay on the Route 66, you could either get up back on the interstate, head west, or there are some small chunks of the old road left, which I think, if I remember right, I might be wrong, you'd want to Google map it. That should be right up here to the left somewhere. No matter what, you eventually have to get back on I-10. But you can drive old chunks of the route. Few RV parks out this way. I think this is it here. Right there to the left. That would have been part of the old route. Then it keeps going west. A lot of snowbirds come here. There's RV parks. You can camp right on the Colorado. Matter of fact, the campground we're going to go up to, it's in Nevada. I think it's a state campground. It's called Big Bend. I want to check it out. Alright, we're getting out of town now. There's also another place right on along the Colorado. It's called the Avi. Big hotel, casino. We're in Colorado. We'll drive through there. Kind of take a little side route to get to it. Then we'll end up right up there near Laughlin. For more information on my channel, be sure to check out my website, RVerTV.tv. There you can sign up for free newsletter, put one out once a month now. Also, we got all kinds of cool stuff. Downloadable puzzles, articles, pictures. Cool things on the newsletter. Plus, got a merch shop, Armchair Traveler Series. The 2025, heck yeah. Merch is out, hats, shirts, that kind of thing. Which helps support the channel and future videos just like this one, cruising around the desert in the Southwest, huh? Pretty darn neat. Heck yeah. And I appreciate it very much. All right, here we go. All right, this is called the Avi, AVI. There's a huge KOA off to the left, golf course, hotel, casino. You can stay right on the Colorado River here. A lot of people come here in the winter. See, there's your KOA off to the left. Snowbird Central. Not everyone goes to like Quartzsite and all that. People come here, stay. Laughlin is huge for snowbirds as well. Right there to the right, they used to allow dry camping, but they quit doing that. You could stay here for free. But they shut that down a few years ago. All right, we're going to cut right back up to Needles Highway. Go find that campground. And right back on Needles Highway here. Just a few miles up the road, be Big Bend camp area. It's part of the Nevada state camping system. Parks, all that. All right, made it. It's right here off to the right. There's the sign for it. Big Bend. I've driven past this thing dozens of times. Never stopped. But today we're stopping and going to check it out. I'm pretty sure they have day use and camping. I'm just going to do the day use. I'm going to keep going. So far, weather picked up. I took off my jacket. It's about 68 degrees according to the van here.
Can I help you?
Oh, day use?
Oh, you just want to go in for the day?
Yeah.
Are you in the back?
Very nice lady. I just got a day use pass, but she said I could drive the campground, so we'll check it out. I believe with hookups was $35. They got dry camping too. That was a sewer dump back there. Get your water, all that. The desert's kind of greened up since all the rains here over the last few weeks. You know, here it floods. The ground's so hard. It rains hard and it floods. You can get massive amounts of water off those mountains off to the right. Oh wow, it looks like each site has its own little pavilion over the picnic table. When you look on the website, this place sells out actually in the summer, believe it or not, because of the access to the river. This is a boater's place here. Even the day use area, according to the website, will sell out. You have to have a reservation. Now you don't. Look, there's hardly anyone here. But I bet in January, February, this place would fill up a little bit. Snowbirds heading north. Great little pit stop here. Because you're super close to Laughlin if you want to play the slots and do the gaming right there. That guy had a TV antenna up, so he might be able to get reception. See, each site has a shade over the picnic table with hookups. Looks like water and electric. No sewer. Or that guy had sewer line, huh? Maybe. I don't know. I will. I'll come back and camp here maybe in the springtime. Heck yeah. Right now the river's super low. Real low. Well, there's even a Wi-Fi antenna up there in that pole, so they got Wi-Fi here. Hey, not bad for a state park. All right, well, I came in here to see the river. We're gonna head over there now. There's your shower room, restrooms, dumpster right here. I'm not gonna drive it, but right there to the left, the pavement ends. That must be their dry camping area. Isn't the desert cool? All brown, then you got green. In December. Go figure. All right, this is where we came in. Make a right. Now, the nice lady said when we get to the stop sign back here, go straight. It's like a little peninsula you can park out on. And if you want beach access, you can either go to the right or the left. Here's the stop sign. She was right. I see all kinds of pavilions with tables both sides. And here's our peninsula, and oh my goodness, is the river low. Wow. Huh. Okay. Well, take a little walk. Heck yeah. There's your mighty Colorado River. All those boat docks straight across. That's Arizona. That's Bullhead City. Those are very expensive homes over there. The wind just really picked up too. That's one thing along this river basin. You always get the winds. Tough place to live here in the summer. Bullhead City and Laughlin, just like Needles. You'll get 110, 115, 120 degree days with no relief. There's their boat dock over there. Some of their pavilions. Yeah, I can see where the summertime boaters, they can launch here. This is probably a real party place for them. I had to put my jacket on. That air has a little bit of bite to it. But they control the flow of this river right out of Davis Dam. I mean, this is all controlled. All this water here is flowing into Lake Havasu right now, keeping that full. But Davis Dam, just on the north side of Laughlin, that controls all this. Then above that's Hoover Dam, Big Lake Mead, which is in big trouble again. It's been on all the news channels here. Lake Mead is really dropping now. It'll really depend on what kind of winter we get up in the Colorado mountains. Very pretty back in here. I never expected all this. I thought it was just like a beat up old campground here, but this is nice. Very nice. Yeah, I could easily stay here, but every single one of those private docks on them expensive homes over there are laying on the ground. There's no water under them. So if you want to park your boat by your home, guess what? Ain't happening. I'll drive over. We'll go down to the beach. Get close to the water. Why not? We're here. Pretty much have the place to myself. Kind of neat. When I leave here, we'll drive through the downtown area, Laughlin, past the casinos. I'm heading back into Arizona. I'm gonna go home. Thought about camping here tonight, but I'll make this another time. Look at this, not a car here. Looks like more restrooms, and I see beach access right here. Here you go. That water is crystal clear. With it being so low, you can really see the bottom. But there's some treasures down in there. People lose stuff along the beach, coins, jewelry. I don't know if you can metal detect here or not. Probably not. It'd be a place to do it though. Wonder how much those places go for, huh? Bullhead City is a big time town, big city anymore. They have all the stores there. It's probably the main shopping area. Even Havasu, people in Havasu come up here. All right, well, see what else we can find here. Well, look at there. Oh my goodness. Must have been a shipwreck here. They wrote RVerTV in the sand. Alright, had to do that. walk down here. See what the signs say. Got a restroom here. Yeah, definitely check out their website. They had a lot of info on there. Big Bend of the Colorado River. State Recreation Area. No charcoal grilling. And no glass container. She told me that. That's a big deal. No glass on the beach. Can't blame them. Cannot blame them for that. And they do warn you. You know, the river looks like you can swim in it, but there are all kinds of currents. That's a very powerful water system. Even with it being this low, I bet people look out and say, oh, I could wade out there, but there's a lot of drownings. You see it on the news around here. People not paying attention. There was one just down at Cattail Cove, south of Havasu. Lady fell overboard just anchoring up a boat. Lost her life. Too bad. That's very tragic on the river. You got to be careful. Always wear a life jacket if you're going to be out there. Well, might as well check out the other side before we leave. I see some jet skis here. I bet it's a rental outfit that rents them. In the summertime. I know they rent them up in Laughlin. You can rent those. You can rent boats. All of it. With the river being this low, though, they might not even let rentals go out. Because you could easily get stuck. There's more beach access, and here's their boat ramp, which that's pretty shallow. Maybe like an aluminum boat, something like that. You could launch okay there. All right, well, let's keep on trucking. We'll head up towards Laughlin. Well, I'm very glad I stopped here. Excellent, excellent place, this Big Bend on the Colorado River. Being this close to Laughlin, this is the new go-to place. Instead of, I used to go to the Riverside RV park when I camped around here, which is okay if you really just want access to the casinos and all that stuff. But if you want to be out, I bet night skies are cool here. You'd see all the lights, stars, all that good stuff. Okay, we're gonna jump right back on Needles Highway. Should just be a couple miles up, then we're going to cut over into downtown Laughlin. Here's the road. Right here on the left, there's a little restaurant, casino called Gilligan's. It always says open 24 hours. One of these days, I'm gonna go in there. Right there, that little hut-looking building. Gee, Nevada and casinos, and they're open 24 hours. Go figure. That's funny. All right, we'll head right into town here. I think those are apartments there. Now, off to the right up here, there's an abandoned high-rise structure that was being developed many years ago. They put in a golf course. There's stories on it. 2 or 3 developers tried to bring it back to life. Kind of went broke doing it. I mean, what a view they have. You can kind of see it off to the right up here. All the old steel structure, and you can still see the golf cart paths. They got no trespassing all over the place. I watched a couple like local TV specials on it. There you can see more of the golf cart pathways, the old fairways. The story on it, but they went broke doing it. And the view, if you got close, would be the river and the entire town of Bullhead City would be over there. It'd be amazing. As big as those casinos are and the amount of money those guys have, like out of Vegas, you'd think one of them could do it. Those guys spend billions, huh? Alright, welcome to Laughlin. There's the big Harrah's. A lot of people come here. Personally, to me, I'd rather come here anytime than go to Vegas. They don't have all those big resort fees here. Vegas anymore, they've priced themselves out of the planet. Used to be you go to Vegas and get a cheap room and cheap food. Now it ain't like that anymore. All right, right down the hill here, there's a parking garage. It has a great view. I'm gonna stop. We'll get a view of the downtown and the river again. Here it is here. Just pull on top of the parking garage here for a minute. To think one guy created all this, Don Laughlin, he passed away a couple years ago. All right, let me get parked. Peek over the edge. There's downtown Laughlin. All the casinos, they light up in different colors at night. All the buildings. It's very, very pretty here. Very colorful. Like I said earlier, I'll come here any day instead of Vegas. And right over here is the river. Davis Dam is just north of town here. Lake Mojave. All that water flows down to Havasu. Well, they control the flow of that water, so there's no concern there. Sometimes they do dock repairs, they'll control it. Power generation, all of it. Maybe they're letting the lakes fill up more. Who knows? Like Lake Mead, it needs it. Very cool. Well, there's one little spot I always like to stop when I drive through here. It's a little park right on our way out of town. Coming up in just a few days, I'm going to be in Lake Havasu. We're going to check out the Christmas lights on the bridge. Oh, the boardwalk. All of it. That's my new Christmas go-to. Love doing that this time of year. And weather permitting, they have the boat parade, Christmas lights. All the boats are decked out in Christmas lights. If I can catch it, gonna try. That's coming up this following weekend, into this week. If you're around Havasu, I hope to catch you down there. You'll be seeing that video right before Christmas time. Here's the Golden Nugget. Just the parking structures are huge here, aren't they? The Pioneer with the lighted up cowboy and his hat. He's back there. Right there, Pioneer. The Colorado Bell. That's closed down a few years ago. They say it's just too rough shape to reopen it. No one wants to remodel it. If you're looking for an investment, there you go. But I guess everything's so outdated. Foot-long hot dog basket, $4.99. There you go. Heck yeah. See, here you can still eat reasonable. Kind of like the old days, like going up to Reno or Vegas in the old days, coming here. There's the Edgewater. Look at that barbecued chicken, steakhouse. They want people to come here. There's the Aquarius, huge, lots of rooms. I have friends, they love staying there at the Aquarius. And off to the left, up the hill, is part of Riverside RV Park. It's massive, hundreds and hundreds of sites. And Riverside, the one that started all, Don Laughlin's Riverside Casino. You can park an RV in the parking lot, but they're very strict on that anymore. You have to be contained and get checked in and all that. But there it is, Riverside, and then right to the left, can't really tell much, but it goes straight up the hill, and that's all RV park. Huge. I've stayed there a couple times. It's all right. Talk about a view of the town. Oh my goodness, that's where you see all the colored lights on the buildings and everything. It's just gorgeous. Then across the river is Bullhead City Airport. You can see the planes take off and land there. All right, just past the casino here is a little park. I'm gonna stop a minute. Also inside Riverside, there's a car museum. I'll come back here. I'll come back in a couple weeks maybe. We'll explore around here, do Davis Dam and car museum and stuff. Okay, right up in here should be the park. I want to make a quick stop. I like stopping here for one reason. Where else are you going to see green grass in the desert? I'm teasing. No, it's beautiful views. They got the best lawn here, though, in this harsh heat. They keep this lawn going. But it's very pretty with all the trees. They got a Veterans Memorial right there at the flag. Little benches you can sit on. So you just want to relax, come over here. There's my green grass. Feels good to walk on it. Looks like a lawn from back east, doesn't it? And it's right here in the desert. Of course, you got the Colorado River to water it with. There's the Don Laughlin Bridge. He financed that bridge. Old days, you used to drive across Davis Dam to come over here. Alright, it's been a fun little adventure. Last 3-4 videos down around Quartzsite and coming back up along the Colorado River. Gonna head home, get ready to go down Lake Havasu for the bridge lights. Also coming up this month on RVerTV, we got a couple big videos. I'm putting together once in a lifetime series again. You'll see brand new video of back east, once in a lifetime versions coming up on RVerTV starting later this month in December. Journey continues. Talk soon.